हरि ओम। श्री गणेशाय नमः। ओम श्री हिरण्यगर्भाय नमः। ओम श्री महाविष्णवे नमः। ओम श्री महादेवाय नमः। ओम श्री महादुर्गायै नमः। ओम श्री राम रामाय नमः। ओम श्री सद्गुरवे नमः। ओम सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यंकरवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुरेव परब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं। भवानी शङ्करौ वन्दे श्रद्धाविश्वासरूपिणौ याभ्यां विना न पश्यन्ति सिद्धाः स्वान्तस्तमीश्वरम्। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं। रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेधसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीतायाः पतये नमः। बुद्धिर्बलं यशोधैर्यं निर्भयत्वमरोगताम् अजाड्यं वाक्पटुत्वं च हनुमत्स्मरणात् भवेत्। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करं। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। शङ्करं परमानन्दं ब्रह्मनिष्ठं यतीश्वरं भाष्यभ्रान्तिहरं वन्दे शुद्धज्ञानैकबोधकम्। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ओम नमः शिवाय 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 ओम नमः शिवाय। नमः पार्वती पतये। हर हर महादेव। हरि ओम हरि ओम। We are seeing this beautiful Upanishad Mundaka Upanishad. We will chant the Shanti mantra first. Om Bhadram Karnebhih Shrunuyam Devaah Bhadram Pashye Makshabhiryajatraah Sthirairangaihi Stuštuvagam Sastanobhihi Veshema Devahitam Yadayuhu Swasti na Indro Vruddhashravah Swasti na Pusha Vishwavedah Swasti nastaksho arishtanemihi Swasti no Brahaspatir dadhatu Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So this is a Upanishad from Atharva Ved, from the mantra bhag of Atharva Ved. The Vedas, they have this portion, the mantra, Brahmana, Aranyaka. So this Upanishad occurs in the mantra portion of the Veda, Atharva Veda. Bhagwan Shankaracharya ji wrote a commentary on this Upanishad first, and then he wrote commentary on Prashnopanishad, which is also from the same Veda, Atharva Veda. So Atharva Veda Upanishads begin with this beautiful Shanti mantra, wherein we pray for peace. So let there be peace from within, from the surrounding, and at a world level also. Let there be peace. Also there is prayer to the Devatas, that may we hear and see what is auspicious, and may we spend our life serving the Devatas, following the right path, and may all the Devatas be kind, be compassionate towards us. Indra and Pushan and Garuda and Brahaspati, all these Devatas be kind towards all of us. So after this Shanti mantra, the Upanishad begins. As I said, there are 3 chapters in this Upanishads, and each chapter has 2 sections. So we will, it's a very beautiful Upanishad, and Bhagwan Shankaracharya ji has written a beautiful commentary on this Upanishad. So before beginning the Upanishad, Bhagwan gives an introductory commentary. It is called Sambandha Bhashya. So we will see that Sambandha Bhashya also. First we will chant the first mantra. So hope you have the book with you. So let us chant the first mantra of the first section of the first chapter. Om Brahma Devanam Prathamas Sambabhuva Vishwasya Karta Bhuvanasya Gopta Sa Brahmavidyam Sarvavidya Pratishtham Atharvaya Jeshtaputraya Praha. Once more. Om Brahma Devanam Prathamas Sambabhuva Vishwasya Karta Bhuvanasya Gopta Sa Brahmavidyam Sarvavidya Pratishtham Atharvaya Jeshtaputraya Praha. So in this mantra, the Vidya Sampradaya is mentioned, means the Sampradaya of this knowledge, from whom did it start, and how it spread is mentioned here. That this knowledge began from Brahma, the creator. Brahma Devanam Prathamas Sambhabhuva. Brahma, who is born first before all the Devatas, who is the creator of this world, Vishwasya Karta, and Bhuvanasya Gopta. He is also the protector of all the worlds. Sa Brahmavidyam Sarva Vidya Pratishtham Atharvaya Jeshtaputraya Praha. He taught this Brahmavidya, which is the very foundation of all the Vidyas, which is the very substratum of all Vidya, all knowledge. Brahma taught this to his eldest son, Atharva. That is the meaning of this first mantra. We will see it elaborately later. But now we will read and understand the Sambandha Bhashya, the introductory commentary written by Bhagwan Sri Adi Shankaracharya ji. As I mentioned earlier, Shankaracharya ji wrote Bhashya on 10 Upanishads, 10 main Upanishads. He also wrote Bhashya on Bhagavad Gita and on Brahma Sutra. And Bhagwan's Bhashya is to explain, to reveal what is already revealed in the Upanishads, in Bhagavad Gita and Brahma Sutra. Bhagwan doesn't give his own philosophy or his own interpretation. He just reveals the truth as it is. So Bhagwan Shankaracharya's commentary is perfectly 100% in tune with what is expressed in the Upanishads. Therefore, in order to comprehend the Upanishad, it is very helpful to study these commentaries. And the beauty of Bhagwan Shankaracharya's commentary is, it is very pleasant, very deep, and free from all contradictions, and perfectly in tune with the Upanishads. And Bhagwan Shankaracharya ji explains whatever is there within his commentary itself. Means what is briefly mentioned at one place, he explains in detail in some other place in his commentary. So we don't need any other help if we just dedicate ourselves to study the commentary sincerely. In fact, if we study some other books and other text and all, sometimes there are contradictions there, and it becomes difficult for us to understand the real meaning of the Upanishads. So even the Prakarana Granthas, they talk differently, which are not actually written by Bhagwan Adi Shankaracharya ji. So when we study them, then we get confused. Like Vivek Chudamani, Tattva Bodh, Atma Bodh, Aparokshanubhuti, Dirgdrishya Vivek. Some of the definitions used there do not match what is said in the Upanishad and what is said by Bhagwan Shankaracharya ji. So we should stick to his bhashya alone. So let us see what he says in the introduction. Bhagwan says कि ओम ब्रह्मा देवानाम इत्यादि अथर्वणोपनिषत्. So this Upanishad, which begins with the mantra Om Brahma Devanam Prathamasambhavuva, it is from the Atharva Upanishad, Atharva Veda. And Bhagwan says in the beginning itself, this parampara is indicated here. Asyascha Vidya Sampradaya Kartru Paramparya Lakshana Sambandham Adav eva aha swayam eva stutyartham. In the beginning itself, this Vidya Sampradaya Parampara, it is called, is indicated here. Means what is revealed in this Upanishad was revealed to Brahmaji, the creator. And he revealed that knowledge to his son, and from his son it went to the son's Shishya, etc. So in this Guru Shishya Parampara, the knowledge got propagated till now. Though the Vedas are Anadi Ananta Apaurusheya, those Vedic knowledge first gets revealed to Brahma. In Shvetashvetara Upanishad also, it is said कि Om Yo Brahmanam Vidadhati Purvam Yo Vai Vedansya Prahinoti Tasmai Tam Hadevam Atma Buddhi Prakasham Mumukshurvai Sharanamaham Prapadye. There the namaskar is done to Brahma, the Supreme Reality, who first manifested Brahma, the Creator, Hiranyagarbha, and he gave that knowledge of the Vedas to Hiranyagarbha. So from Hiranyagarbha, this knowledge got propagated through Guru Shishya Parampara, and it has come down to us through Vedavyas ji, through Shukadev, through Shankaracharya ji, through many disciples of Shankaracharya ji, finally to our teacher. This parampara, unbroken parampara of this knowledge is there. It is very important that we not only have the Vedas, but there is simultaneously the parampara of those who give this knowledge of the Vedas, the Guru Shishya Parampara, which begins from Ishvara himself. Because Vedas are just words which without the presence of the teacher, they will not make any sense to us. Even if we have those Vedas with us, but if there is no teacher to teach us, then it will not make any sense. So nowadays they open the some of the pyramids and all, and they find something written there on some tablets. But since those language is not known to anyone now, they don't know what is written there. They have to give various interpretation. Similarly, if the Vedic knowledge which comes down through this parampara, if we just have the mantras with us, we will not understand them. Therefore, there is this simultaneously, there is this Guru Shishya parampara. So, a Guru is required to teach us what is revealed in the Vedas. And that Guru Shishya parampara also begins from Ishvara himself. So it is an unbroken lineage of this Guru Shishya, which transmit this knowledge. See, just like in the world also, at one particular place they generate the electricity, and then it is propagated through the various cables. Thick cables they use, and from the source from where the electricity is generated, the electricity is then taken to various places. But if anywhere the cable snaps, if it is broken, then the propagation will not happen. Similarly, this knowledge which is there in the Vedas, the knowledge of Dharma as well as the knowledge of Brahma, that is made available to us through the Guru Shishya parampara, unbroken Guru Shishya parampara, which begins from Ishvara himself. And whenever this parampara breaks in between, then Ishvara again sets it right. In Bhagavad Gita also, Bhagavan in the 4th chapter told Arjuna that the knowledge which I have given you now, I had revealed the same knowledge to Surya Bhagavan. And then Surya Bhagavan gave this to Manu and Ikshvaku, and in this way the parampara continued. So Bhagavan himself is the origin of this parampara. We also chant in our mantra, Sada Shiva Samarambham, Shankaracharya Madhyamam, Asmadacharya Paryantam, Vande Guru Paramparam. Yo Brahmanam Vidadati Purvam and all. Narayanam Padmabhuvam Vasishtam Shaktincha Tatputra Parasharancha. In this way, the Guru Shishya Parampara is mentioned. So here in this Upanishad, in the first mantra itself, the mantra reminds us of this parampara. So here the knowledge was which was revealed to Brahma. See, Brahma is also a Jiva. Brahma, Brahmaji, the creator. He is also born and he has also a lifespan. And he creates this world, sustains this world and dissolves this world, that Hiranyagarbha. So this knowledge was first revealed to Hiranyagarbha by that Ishvara alone. And then the parampara started from there. So here Shankaracharya writes that this parampara is mentioned here, Vidya Sampradaya Kartrup Paramparya Lakshana Sambandham. This Vidya Sampradaya, from where it began, the creators of this Vidya Sampradaya, Bhagavan himself started this Sampradaya. So this is being revealed here to praise this knowledge. This knowledge which is there in the Upanishad is so important and so valuable to indicate that this parampara is revealed, that it has come all the way from Ishvara through Brahma and through this unbroken Guru Shishya parampara all the way to us. So we should be very grateful and should understand the the value of this knowledge. So it is the stuti of this knowledge, Brahmavidya. So evam hi mahadbihi parama purushartha sadhanatvena guruna ayasena labdha vidya iti shrotra buddhi prarochanaya vidyam mahi karoti. So all this Guru Shishya, they put forth a lot of effort to gain this knowledge. And this is the main thing by which one can attain our param purushartha. One can gain that moksha. It is the param purushartha sadhan. This knowledge, once we gain this knowledge, we gain moksha. And this knowledge, all this Guru Shishya had gained with putting forth lots of effort. They have to renounce everything else and focus their attention on acquiring this knowledge and doing all the sadhana required to attain it and to cultivate all the values which are required for this. Like amanitvam, adambhitvam, ahimsa, kshantirarjavam. So after putting forth lot of effort, these great people, starting from Brahmaji, had acquired this knowledge and they have also passed it on to their disciples. So this mahima of this knowledge is revealed here so that we can appreciate and we get inspired to gain this knowledge. Stutya prarochitayam hi vidyayam sadaraha pravarteran iti. With proper due respect and reverence, we will get inspired to acquire this knowledge. Hence this parampara is indicated here. Same as in Bhagavad Gita also, when Bhagavan told Arjuna that, I have revealed this knowledge to you which I had revealed to Surya Bhagavan. So the importance of this knowledge, the greatness of this knowledge is indicated to inspire us to attain it. Then, before beginning any text, there are these questions which come into our mind, which are also answered here. What is the topic of this text? What is the main theme? That's called Vishaya. What is the Vishaya of this text? Then the second thing is, who are the Adhikari? Who are fit to gain this knowledge? Then what is the Prayojana? What is the goal? What is the aim? What is the purpose of that which is revealed here? What is the purpose? That's called Prayojana. And what is the Sambandha? What is the relationship? What is the relationship of this Adhikari with the Vishaya, Adhikari with the Prayojana, and Vishaya with the Prayojana? Means what is the relationship? That is being revealed here in Shankaracharyaji's introductory bhashya. So the main topic of this Upanishad is Brahmavidya. So the Vishaya is Brahmavidya, knowledge of Brahma. And for whom is it revealed? It is revealed to those people who have acquired all the qualifications like Vivek, Vairagya, Shamadamadi, Shat Sampatti and Mumukshutvam. Mumukshutvam means those who want to be free of this samsara. Those who want to become free of all their sorrow, their pain, their fears, this bondage, this again and again taking birth and dying and experiencing the excruciating pain of this samsara. Those who want to become free of this, they are called mumukshus. Plus they also have other qualifications like Vivek, Vairagya. And those who also have that strong jidnyasa in them, that thirst to know. So such people are the Adhikari for this Upanishad. Because in this Upanishad it is not just some entertainment, some story or some information, no. It is meant for mumukshus who want to gain liberation from the samsara. They are the Adhikari. They are fit to study this Upanishad and benefit from it. But what is the relationship? If I want moksha, why should I study this Upanishad? What is the connection? What is the Sambandha of this topic, Brahmavidya and moksha? So that is also being conveyed here, that there is sadhya sadhana roop sambandha. Means the knowledge is the means and moksha is the goal. Means just through knowledge itself, gaining this knowledge itself, we can gain moksha. That is also being revealed in this text. Like Vidyate Hridaya Grantihi, all the knots of bondage gets broken, all the karmas get dissolved, all the doubts get cleared when we gain the knowledge of this Brahma. We gain that moksha. So the sambandha of the relationship of this knowledge with what we have to gain is also revealed. Knowledge itself will set us free. So prayojanena tu vidyayaha sadhya sadhana lakshana sambandham uttaratra vakshati bhidyate hridaya grantihi ityadina. अत्र च अपर शब्द वाच्यायाम ऋग्वेदादि लक्षणायाम विधि प्रतिषेध मात्र परायाम विद्यायाम संसार कारण अविद्यादि दोष निवर्तकत्वं नास्ति इति स्वयमेव उक्त्वा परापर विद्या भेद करण पूर्वकम अविद्यायाम अंतरे वर्तमानाः इत्यादिना तथा परप्राप्ति साधनम सर्व साधन साध्य विषय वैराग्य पूर्वकम गुरु प्रसाद लभ्याम ब्रह्म विद्याम आह परीक्ष लोकान इत्यादिना. See, slowly the beauty of this Upanishad will get revealed. So you just patiently keep listening, and then we will be able to enjoy the beauty of this Upanishad. So here the story is there of a Shishya approaching the teacher. We will see in the mantra later. And the student asks the teacher that please tell me that, give me that knowledge, having known which everything becomes known. Kasminnu bhagavo vidnyate sarvam idam vidnyatam bhavati. What is that knowing which everything becomes known. And as a reply to that question, the teacher talks about two types of knowledge, aparavidya and paravidya. Aparavidya is the knowledge of our karma, about dharma, which are also revealed in the Vedas. But paravidya is the knowledge of that Supreme Brahma, which one has to directly realize, gain that aparuksha anubhuti. So the aparavidya, the lower knowledge, is also indicated here. But that lower knowledge alone will not be able to release us from samsara. So that is also pointed out, the limitations of the knowledge of karma phala, of performing various types of actions, and also performing different types of upasanas. The result of all this is some benefit in this world or attainment of some other world. But through this apara vidya, through lower vidya, we will not be able to gain moksha. So why this apara vidya is mentioned in this Upanishad? It is mentioned for us to understand its limitations and gain vairagya from all this. That is also indicated in one of the mantra further, ki pariksha lokan karmachitan brahmano nirvedam ayat. That a intelligent seeker, after studying and understanding the limitations of karma and upasana, after understanding the limitations of the results which one can gain through karma upasana, gains total vairagya from all this and come to understand that in order to become free of this samsara, the only way is to gain that knowledge of that Supreme Brahma. Because it is said, ki Brahmaveda Brahmeva Bhavati. One who gains knowledge of Brahma, he becomes Brahma, he attains the Supreme. So the Sambandha of the Vishaya with the Prayojana is also indicated, that when we gain the knowledge of Brahma, we gain that moksha. We will become free of this samsara. So that is also indicated in this Upanishad. Again, Bhagavan Shankaracharya ji, he writes very important thing here. He says, कि ज्ञान मात्रे यद्यपि सर्व आश्रमीणाम अधिकारः तथापि संन्यास निष्ठा एव ब्रह्म विद्या मोक्ष साधनम न कर्म सहितेति वैक्षचर्याम चरन्तः संन्यास योगात् इति च ब्रुवन् दर्शयति. That everyone has got this right to gain this knowledge. Means there are no limitations, there are no restrictions of gender, of caste, of creed, in order to pursue this path of knowledge. It's a very important thing which is mentioned here. See, when the Vedas talk about karma, they also talk about who can do the karma and who cannot do the karma. There are certain things which everyone cannot do. There are certain things which only the Brahmanas can do, certain things only the Kshatriyas should do, certain things only the Vaishyas should do, Certain things only the ladies can do, certain things the ladies cannot do. Like that, lot of vidhi nished, lot of rules are mentioned when it comes to the path of dharma. Everyone is not qualified to do all types of work. And that we see in this world also. Everyone is not qualified to do all work. There are conditions. So similarly, the Vedas, they talk about conditions to follow the path of dharma. That if you are according to your varna, according to your ashrama, and according to your gender, you have specific duties which you have to perform. But if a person wants to attain moksha, then if you have the qualification of mumukshutvam and that jidnyasa, and also qualification like vivek and vairagya, then you are qualified to walk the path of jnana. There are no restrictions. A child can walk this path. Like we have seen in Kathopanishad, our Nachiketa, a little boy, he could walk this path. There was no restriction. He was not told that, oh, you are a little boy, you are not allowed. Or he was not asked whether you are a Brahman or Kshatriya, Vaishya or Shudra. A child can follow this path and attain that supreme. In Mundaka Upanishad, even a lady is beautifully, her character is revealed there, Gargi, who was a Brahmajnani, who was pursuing this path and attained that self-knowledge. And she was so brilliant and wise that she even had a discussion with Yajnavalkya. Yajnavalkya is the most wise rishi, and she could even have a debate with Yajnavalkya. And Yajnavalkya himself revealed this knowledge to his own wife also. So even ladies, they have, there is no restriction. They may have some restriction when it comes to dharma, when it comes to karma, but when it comes to knowledge, no restrictions. Then there are no restrictions of caste. A Brahman can follow this, pursue this path. A Kshatriya can pursue, a Vaishya can pursue, a Shudra can pursue, and attain that goal of moksha. See, to gain the qualifications of vivek, vairagya, and purity of the antakarana, we have to pursue the path of karma yoga. And for karma yoga, there are restrictions that we have to do our duties as per our own varna and ashrama. We can't just do anything. Just performing too much of actions is not called karma yoga. Or doing some special action is not called karma yoga. Karma yoga is to fulfill all our responsibilities and dedicate them to Ishvara. So depending on our varna, ashrama and gender, we have the responsibilities. And through this karma yoga and upasana, when we gain that chitta shuddhi, and when the chitta, our antakarana becomes shuddha, we will develop that jidnyasa, that thirst to know our own self, and that intense desire to become free of this samsara. If we gain that qualification, then we are fit to follow the path of knowledge. Then we can approach a master A child can approach a master, a lady can approach a master, a gent can approach a master, a elderly person can approach, a young person can approach and gain this knowledge. And that is what Shankaracharya says, ki jnana matre yadyapi sarva ashraminam adhikaraha. There is adhikar for all the ashramas. Whether we are a brahmachari, we can gain this knowledge, or a grahastha, a vanprastha, sannyasi. There is no restriction, there is no condition, other conditions to gain knowledge. But we should be properly qualified. If we are not qualified, if we don't have jidnyasa, if we don't have vairagya, if we don't have that proper viveka, then we will not be able to gain this knowledge. But Shankaracharya also mentioned that if we want to gain the experience of our own self, if we want to gain enlightenment, then we have to drop all karma and just meditate to gain that enlightenment. Knowledge of the self theoretically, intellectually can be gained simultaneously while we are performing our other karma. But if we want to gain enlightenment, then we have to drop all karma. That's called karma sannyas, which is also mentioned in Bhagavad Gita. We have to drop all karma and just meditate to gain that abidance in our own self. Karma and meditation cannot go together. Karma and nididhyasan cannot go together. We have to drop karma and then pursue the path of nididhyasan. Because they are totally opposed to each other. Vidya karma virodhacha. Nahi brahmatmaikatva darshanena saha karma swapnepi sampadayitum shakyam. When we come to understand our own self as Brahma, I come to know that I am not the doer, I am not a knower, I am not an enjoyer, I am that supreme Brahma. Then simultaneously with this knowledge, I cannot become a doer of action. Then that sense of doership itself gets dropped. Others may see an enlightened person doing some actions, but that from the enlightened person's standpoint, he is not doing anything. Naiva kinchit karomiti. I am not doing anything. Guna guneshu vartante. The gunas are interacting with gunas. I am not doing anything. So this knowledge is most amazing. Shankaracharya further he tells कि विद्यायाः काल विशेष अभावात् अनियत निमित्तत्वात् काल संकोच अनुपपत्तिः. That this knowledge is not linked to time also. It's a very subtle point which is revealed here. That this knowledge is not exactly connected to time. See, our karma, it happens in time and we get result in time. Suppose I do something now, I get the result in future. And how much I do, depending on that, I get the result. So my karma and my karma phala is also limited in time. But this self-knowledge is not something which is happening in time. It is actually something very miraculous, very, very different. It's like, suppose I have to reach a particular place. Let us say from here I want to go to the other city. Then I have to put forth effort. If I start my effort now, then in future, after some time, I will reach that place. So effort is involved, time is involved. But suppose I want to reach the space. I want to reach the all-pervading space. How much effort is required and how much time is required? If I want to reach space, how much effort is required? How much time is required? Actually, no effort is required because I am already in space. No time is required. Though I am in space, I don't know that I am in space. Then knowledge will be required. So this knowledge is also very strange, that we are already that Brahma, but we don't know. So the moment we come to understand, then we are free. Actually, even without understanding, we are free, but we don't know that we are free. So that knowledge is not something product of time, like karma. Therefore, it is different from karma. Also, Shankaracharya ji, he says, he gives the meaning of the term Upanishad. Before that he says, Evam Ukta Sambandha Prayojanaya Upanishadah Alpaksharam Grantha Vivaranam Arabhyate. So in order to reveal this, Vishaya and this Prayojana which is indicated in this Upanishad, Bhagavan says, I will write this commentary briefly. Alpaksharam Grantha Vivaranam. I will, in very few words, I will write the commentary on these Upanishads. It means more than what Bhagavan has written is there in this Upanishad. But Bhagavan reveals it briefly. Therefore, each and every word which Bhagavan has uttered, we have to contemplate to understand its depth. So this is called Mundaka Upanishad. What is the meaning of the term Upanishad? We had seen this, the term Upanishad itself means Brahmavidya. Shankaracharya ji gives the meaning. He has given the meaning in the Kathopanishad also, which we had seen elaborately. And here he mentions briefly, कि य इमाम ब्रह्म विद्याम उपयन्ति आत्म भावेन श्रद्धा भक्ति पुरस्सराः संतः तेषाम गर्भ जन्म जरा रोगादि अनर्थपूगम निशातयति. Upa means one who approaches this Brahma Vidya with faith, Shraddha, Bhakti, with proper devotion, and comes to understand this Brahma Vidya Atma Bhavena, not objectively, but subjectively. First we come to understand this Brahma objectively, intellectually. But then we have to understand that Brahma as myself. I am that Brahma, Atma Bhavena, as myself. Not as some thing called Brahma, but that Brahma am I. So when we come to understand that Brahma is myself, then that knowledge destroys all the calamities which I have to undergo, like taking birth, becoming old, getting all sorts of disease, getting all sorts of other afflictions. All these calamities are destroyed. So the term Upanishad means the destroyer of all the calamities. This Brahmavidya destroys all the calamities of the samsara. Nishatayati. Param va Brahma gamayati. It also, the Upanishad also means this knowledge takes us towards Brahma. When we gain this knowledge, we attain Brahma. It takes us towards Brahma. Gamayati. Also, another third meaning of this term Upanishad is that avidyadi samsara karanam cha atyantam apasadayati. It destroys completely the cause for this samsara. And what is the cause for samsara? Avidya. Avidya and the results of avidya. Avidya and the results of avidya are destroyed when we gain this knowledge. So the term Shad in Upanishad, Upa, Ni and Shad. The word Shad has got these three meanings. Upa means one who approaches with proper respect this knowledge. Then that word Shad means it destroys all the afflictions of the samsara. That is one meaning. Shad also means it takes us to that Brahma, Gamayati, Brahma Gamayati. And third, it destroys the cause of this samsara completely, which is avidya. So vinashayati iti Upanishad, upa ni purvasya shad sadehe evam artha smaranat. So upa, ni and shad. The meaning of this term, upa means when we approach, ni means with proper respect and bhakti and shraddha. Then shad, it dispels or destroys all the afflictions of the samsara. It takes us towards Brahma, and it also destroys the very cause of this samsara, that is avidya. Okay? So this is the Sambandha Bhashya. It is called Introductory Commentary of Adi Shankaracharya. And now the Upanishad will begin. So we have already chanted that mantra. We will see the meaning elaborately in our class on Thursday. So tomorrow we will have Sundarkand. We will continue with our Sundarkand session from where we left, listening to the beautiful Charitra of Hanumanji. And on Thursday we will continue with this Upanishad. So till then you take care, be happy, safe, peaceful, healthy, do your work, do your sadhana. And I hope you could understand what I am speaking here. If you have any questions, any doubts, anything you want to say, you can write it in the comments and I will try to answer them. Okay? So see you all tomorrow for Sundarkand. Hari Om. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram, 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 Jaya Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram, बोलिए सियावर रामचंद्र भगवान की जय। ओम पूर्णमद पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम।